It's time for Lexington Comic-Con 2018.
I'm Twilight Spartan of Fire Team Harmony.
We are here with Peter Tomasi, and we had one of our viewers wanted to know, when are we going to see the Super Sons back in action?
Oh, already with that question. Let's just say that if you enjoyed Super Sons, you will see them sometime soon.
Sometime soon. Can you tell us anything about what might be going on?
I cannot, otherwise as you can see, there's a bunch of DC super snipe shooters up there, and they're going to take me out pretty quick, so I don't want to get bopped by a sniper today.
Right on, but we won't be disappointed though.
No, you will not.
Awesome. All right, we'll be looking forward to it. Thanks, Ben.
Thank you.
We are here with Michael Goldman. We had a question for you from one of our viewers. With 90s nostalgia so big right now, are there any plans for a Bucky O'Hare reboot?
You'd have to ask the publisher for that.
They don't let you in on it?
Not my business.
All right, we are here with Bo Smith. We had a question from one of our viewers. If you could cast anyone to play Frank Cobb for a live-action adaptation, who would you choose?
That's pretty easy, and that's an excellent question. Glad you asked. It'd be Laird Hamilton, the big wave surfer.
Okay.
Fits Cobb's description perfectly. 6'3", probably 220. Looks like him, and I always pictured Cobb as a grown-up Johnny Quest. So Laird Hamilton also looks like a grown-up Johnny Quest. So I appreciate that's probably one of the best questions I've ever been asked.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to us today.
That's an excellent question.
Awesome. All right. I'm glad you liked it.
Dude, I mean, I even named my dog Cobb, so.
Nice. Awesome.
That's excellent.
Awesome. Thanks, man. All right, we're here with Donnie Cates. We had two questions for you from our viewers.
Okay.
The first one was Frank Castle your only choice for Cosmic Ghost Rider, or did you debate between other characters, or was that handed down to you, or how did that go down?
First of all, that was all me. And no, there was never any debate. From the first pitch document that I turned in, it was always Frank.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What made you go with that?
Why?
Yeah, what was your thought creative process?
No one likes vengeance more than Frank Castle. I don't know, it's an idea that I've had for a very long time. It started out as just wanting to make a Ghost Rider in space, because I just think that's just rad, right? And then as I developed it more, I landed on Frank as a good candidate for it. And really, when I started developing the Thanos storyline, I needed a character that could kind of act as Thanos' herald to come back in time and grab young Thanos. And I went back through an old notebook of mine, and I found this bold idea for Frank Castle as a Ghost Rider in space, and it all worked really well. And throughout my Thanos run, I have different examples of how just being around Thanos can corrupt a person and break them. And the two examples that I use in my Thanos run are Hulk and Frank. Two characters that are, supposedly on paper, unbreakable in their will. And I thought that it would be really depressing to see both of them bent over his knee. So, but we're going to be getting more into the consequences of Frank's deals with the devil in the Cosmic Ghost Rider ongoing series.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for all that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, we have one more question for you. The second question was, do you have any more plans for the Sentry?
No. Well, I mean,
nice and easy on that one, I guess.
There's a Sentry series coming out written by Jeff Lemire, and so that's where he's going to land. But I don't have anything. I've read what he's going to be doing, and Jeff and I have talked, and it's going to be dope. It's really cool. It's funny because Jeff and I kind of trade off on things, because I took over for him on Thanos, and then when I did Doctor Strange, I brought Sentry back and then handed it off to him. So we keep on like trading off turns, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But it's gonna be cool for sure. But I don't have any plans. No.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thanks for the info.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks for talking to us, man.
For sure, man.
Thanks for coming out. Alright, we are here with Ingvild Dyla. She played, you did the motion capture for young Leia in Rogue One. What was it like taking on such an iconic character, a role for such an iconic character? Feel a lot of pressure, or what was that like?
Yes, it was a huge honor, but also very scary, because well, you can never replace her, so I didn't try to do that, but I just tried to mimic her the best I could, and also trust that they had chosen the right person for the role, and not try to think about the pressure too much, just do my job like any other acting job. But of course it was hard, but also great fun because they were very supportive, and it was, as a Star Wars fan, it was just amazing to be on set and amongst those people.
Awesome. Awesome. Do you got anything else coming out for yourself you'd like to give us a plug for or anything like that?
Yeah, I just did a Brazilian film in the Netherlands, and it's coming out this November. It's called Escape from Brazil, and it's going to be a really amazing crime drama.
Awesome. All right, thank you so much for coming out to town.
Thank you.
Give a shout out for Aurora.
Hey, AuroraOfficial.com. I'm Ray Kaufman, the creator. Go check out your new favorite story.
All right, we are here with Greg Capullo, and we had a question from one of our viewers. And they wanted to know if there was any Marvel character that you think would be the most fun to work on.
Well, I grew up as a Marvel fan, you know, so pretty much all of them, you know. I can't pin one down. I love Hulk, Thor, Fantastic Four, Avengers, just all of them. So, yeah, no one character. Let's just say all of them.
Awesome. All right, thank you for taking the time to talk to us today.
Sure thing.
You want to go to a club where people wee on each other? You ever drank pennies from a shoe? Oh, great. And this one? I call this one Oh, great. And this one, do you know what I call this one?
Old Greg?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I do more. I call this one Bailey's. I call this one Bailey's, a bit bigger. And this one, I call this one as close as you can get to Bailey's without getting your eyes wet.
Yeah, I'm doing video, so give me some action. 3, 2, 1.
I'm doing Erica Henderson wants to
Yeah. Let him get his photo first here.
Do you know who Erica Henderson is? She does Squirrel Girl for Marvel. She loves Jubilee stuff, so I'm gonna send it to her.
Oh, that's the way. It's really good. I like that a lot. That's my favorite outfit. Hang on one second.
We're a bunch of nerds up in here, y'all.
Nerds!
It's true. Here. So anyway, yeah.
That was all great.
But I've never seen a costume of it, so there you go.
A friend of mine made this.
That's
and
really
I was like,
cool.
That's
really good.
I'll send it to Erica. She'll be very excited.
Okay, I think I remember this one here. I'm here with Kyle Starks and Chris Schweitzer, and we had a combo question for you guys.
Okay.
It's sort of broad, I guess, but what was it that inspired Rock Candy Mountain? Where did that come from? How did that come about?
That's all me. That's all. Yeah.
You didn't need to be
So
here.
I colored it because I read the first issue in black and white, which he sent me to look over and was like, "Does this stink?" Because we all think our stuff stinks until somebody tells us otherwise.
It does.
And I read it and I was like, "This is real good." And so I was like, "Let me color it," and he let me color it. So, but he'd already come up with all the stuff.
Yeah, I was actually inspired by.
It was inspired by me.
Yes. No. Yeah. No. There's a type. I was watching a lot of sort of Asian sort of action cinema, and there's a genre that's called wuxia film. That's a very specific sort of series of events that there's not an American version of, and I thought very bad. Like, what would that be? And it's hobos, and there's a devil, and it's great.
Awesome, thanks guys.
Right. Thank you very much. Yeah,
Hobos are great.
Yep.
Who doesn't love a good hobo?
There you go.
Everyone should.
You're trapped in here with me. We're here with Lou Diamond Phillips. We've been taking questions from our viewers for the comic creators all day long, but this one's just from me.
Well, this
okay?
will be a tough one. All right.
This one's all from me.
Let's
you star in one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yay!
This makes my short list of movies that I can watch over and over again at any time. Never gets old.
Desert Island movie.
Wait, what? You want to take a guess what it is?
No, I have no idea.
Totally a Desert Island movie. Take your best guess.
The Big Hit?
You nailed it, because I pointed it out earlier.
I don't know, you felt like a Big Hit kind of guy.
I love it, I love it. One of my favorites.
I love baby.
I love it, I love it. All right, so here's my question for you. The Big Hit Cisco.
Yes.
He's getting a prequel. He's getting a reboot.
Right.
Who do you pick to play the young Cisco?
Who do I play? Oh, the young Cisco? You know who would have the swagger? Bruno Mars. I don't know if he can act, but you know, he's got the swagger, that's for sure.
That is an interesting answer.
Yeah.
He's got the look, he's got the right vibe.
Well, he's got the look and he can do his own soundtrack, so there you go.
Right, awesome. All right, thank you for taking the time to talk to us today, man.
Thank
you very much.
I cast Stone of Truth.
All right, we're here with Jim Shooter. We had a question for you from one of our viewers. And they asked, in the history of all comics events, what big moment do you think had the most potential but didn't quite get where it could have?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Well, the new universe had potential, but at the time Marvel was being sold and they took our budget away and we were dead on the ground. I mean, basically they told me, no, you can't have development money, you can't have guaranteed royalties, you've got to just do it all on staff. So you notice the credits are all me, Archie Goodwin, and a bunch of assistant editors, anyone who was willing to work for free. But I think there were some good ideas there. I think Archie Goodwin created several of the characters and I think they were good. And that talk about unfulfilled potential. I mean, it's tough when you're doing it on a shoestring and with new talent, guys who've never done it before.
Yeah.
And we had a few good artists show up, but mostly it was just guys who couldn't get work that way.
Yeah.
So that was a missed opportunity. I think it could have been good.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to us today, and thanks for coming to town.
Thank you.
It's all in the reflexes.
All right, we are here with Andrew McLean. We had a question for you from one of our viewers, and they wanted to know, do you have any more Marvel work coming in?
Do I have any more Marvel work coming? No, not at the moment. It would be fun.
Yeah? What's next for you, man? What do you got coming out next?
More Headlopper. I just did a couple of side project things, some design stuff for some toy companies and whatnot. But I'm gearing up for Volume 3 of Headlopper now. Super excited to do it. I've got most of the story nailed down, and hopefully I'll be drawing it by the end of the month.
Awesome. What about these toys? Is it toys based on your stuff, or do they a thing you can talk about, or is it
nothing I can talk about? No, and it's not that exciting really. But I am working on trying to get some more Headlopper toys made. We have a 9-inch vinyl Nordle that we did, and then I mean, anything could fall through at this point, but we're trying to do another one of one of the bad guys from the series.
Awesome.
That'll be like really, really exciting.
Awesome. All right. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us, man. Thanks for coming to town.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I'm just looking for some coffee.
All right, we're back with Kyle Stokes again, and we had another question for you. It's a little bit different.
Oh boy.
What is your favorite tabletop and/or board game? You can do them separately or combined or one for each, however you want to go.
My favorite board game is probably Dead of Winter, which seems like I'm blowing smoke since I did the Dead of Winter board game. But that is just a very nice coincidence because I love that cooperative zombie game. I really like House on Haunted Hill. That's a good board game. What am I into right this minute? Pandemic Legacy is awesome. Board games are great. They're all good. I played Grim Force the other day. It was very, very good.
Awesome. All right, thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, we're here with Kyle Higgins. Higgins, we had a question for you from one of our viewers. They wanted to know, what can you tell us about Power Rangers Shattered Grid, and have you been hanging out with the Rangers here at the con?
I have been hanging out with some of the Rangers, which is pretty cool. It's a little bit of a mind trip, just because I have their voices in my head all the time as I'm writing the book, and I keep doing this thing where like I'll talk to one of the actors and I'll be like, well, yeah, and then in the next issue you do whatever, and then I have to like stop myself and I'm like, your character, I'm sorry, you're more than your role, I don't mean to keep doing that. So it's especially like Paul and Jason Narvi, they are like so much fun and just such great guys, like that I keep doing, like it's just Bolt and Skull, you know, like as far as Shattered Grid, what can I tell you? It's kind of like, it's Lord of the Rings for Power Rangers, with a bit of Crisis on Infinite Earths mixed in.
Oh, that sounds pretty interesting.
So it's a pretty huge, epic scale story that brings together all sorts of seasons of Power Rangers for this one huge event to face off against Draken's armies and his conquering forces. So if you like Power Rangers, you should definitely check out Shattered Grid.
Awesome. All right, thank you for taking the time to talk to us today, and thanks for coming to town, man. Hope you have a great time at the con.
Thanks.
Oh yeah! I see you looking at the goal, but you can't take it.
We didn't get help? We didn't know if we were going to get help.
Get help!
It's been another great year. I hope everybody had a great time. I hope to see everybody here next year as well. And the regular video will be back as usual on Tuesday.
What? How you feeling right now, Jewett? This is weird. That's your.
I know it's weird. This is where we are for 6 years here.
That's your not booth behind
it's
you.
Not booth. It's Beckett now.
This has to be like the greatest Comic-Con year for you,
I
like
know, right?
ever.
Yeah. I'm not super stressed out when I break my teeth while doing this video.
Yeah.
I'm like, who's running? Where's the money?
All right, let's walk around a minute.